You've got a problem. You need some help, but you do not trust the police. A Muslim imam in New York is asking the people in his neighborhood to take their troubles to the mosque instead. He's calling it the, quote, peace patrol, but critics say it's just getting in the way. Here to debate and to discuss, the imam who founded the peace patrol, Sheikh Musa Drama, and Dr. Zuhdi Jasser, president of the American Islamic Forum for Democracy. Thanks so much for being here. Sheikh, tell me what you do.
I'm a community activist. We set up this resident volunteer-driven public safety program we call Community Peace Patrol Officers. We work very closely with our law enforcement communities, and we never ever said, don't call police, call us. That's the reporter's word. What we say is that if we can be of help to you without interacting negatively with our law enforcement, then we want to be part of it.
Wow.
So actually, I'm a father of 3 teenagers born and raised in the Bronx, and I also run a school, K-12, and I interact extensively with, all Bronxites. I think I happen to know a little bit about the issues that are affecting our community's youth as well as our seniors.
Sheikh, how's it been going so far?
It has been a wonderful experience because there is nothing as important as participating in the safety and well-being of your fellow neighbors. And instead of complaining about issues, we take them head on.
Great. Dr. Jasser, this sounds like a good thing, or do you have questions?
Well, I think, any community that wants to repair itself and help, we can't help but encourage that. But first of all, community policing in the 90s, Ray Kelly tried it. It didn't work. It actually costed more people on the ground, and it was inefficient, and it was abandoned. They talked about collaborative policing, which is sort of what I'm hearing from the imam, so it's a good idea. Second thing, though, we have to remember the Homeland Security program is see something, say something. And again, it's good to hear the imam say that he's not working instead of the police. But some of the verbiage I heard from the imam over the last few days on this story is he said, well, many consider the police to be our enemies. I worry that this is actually feeding into the separatism that radicalizes certain communities, and that separatism is the Islamism that tells them, well, the West is our enemy, the police is our enemy, and I'd rather see our resources go to actually embracing police, embracing America, and working with the community rather than separating out.
Imam, how do you feel about what Dr. Jasser just said about the view of the Muslim community, perhaps, on law enforcement and what you're doing?
Well, first of all, I'm very thankful that I have the opportunity to be having dialogue with Dr. Jasser, a person that I admire a great deal. Unfortunately, what Dr. Jasser said was what the reporter wrote. Who we are and what we do is completely the opposite of what was reported, unfortunately. All we're trying to do is there are so much resources in the Bronx that, the average Bronxite don't know. For example, NYPD website can provide you with all kinds of services, from juvenile issues to seniors to crime prevention, whatever it is, and people don't know. Bronx District Attorney's website, same thing. We have Family Justice Center, same thing. We have colleges that will take you, even if you don't have you didn't complete your high school. What we do is we try to prevent excuses from these people to commit crime. If you have problem with education, you are in a domestic, bad situation, or you don't have a job, whatever it is, we want to make sure that we walk you to the right source.
Sounds like a positive. Dr. Jasser?
I think one of the things I'd like to see you say, for example, the NYPD had a seminal report on homegrown radicalization called Radicalization in the West that now is trying to be deep-sixed off of their website. I'd love to see your program say, you know what, that report is something we should embrace as a process. We should break that radicalization process. Instead, many Muslim groups are trying to have it removed. Will you join me in calling for that report to be maintained on the NYPD website?
Well, I think, Dr. Jasser, maybe you don't know me, but I was one of 2 Muslims that was interviewed for that anti-radicalization program you're talking about. I am very well known, in the law enforcement community as well as all New Yorkers. My positions are public and they are very vocal. So I think if you read more about me, then you will find that we have a lot more in common than the difference.
No, I agree, but Sheikh, does that mean yes, you're going to keep it? You would vote to keep that up?
Keep what up?
To keep the report. up on the website.
I was part of the report. If I was part of the report, obviously I'm 100% for it.
Sounds good.
My positions are very well known.
Thank you very much. Hey, great debate. We'll do this again.
Thank you.
Thanks so much to both you gentlemen.